So let's come over here. We got our controller. Toss that in there. We have our ME controller. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Simpletons SMP. Okay, today we are going to work a bit more on our ME system and try to get at least a basic system in place where we can start dumping a bunch of that stuff out of those chests into there and clean that thing up. So, as you can see, I'm down here in our basement area where we're going to set up our storage. And I've got this long tunnel that leads all the way down and over to our power station. And I'm running this hardened flux duct from the generators there all the way over here. And then I've made another energy acceptor here for our ME system. I'm also got another area here that comes down this way and down here, and this is actually our wood farm, and I'm going to be hooking up a storage bus to this so that we can, and then running the cable over so that we can actually get the wood and whatnot in our system as well. So I've put together a bunch of things. And just so that we didn't have to go through a whole bunch of rabbit holes as far as what crafting needs to be done. Just so you know, the chipsets that I have in here, these were all done at the tech base. Let's go ahead and go there real quick, and then just so I can show you. If this is your first time you've seen any of my stuff, we've been to the tech base before. We do have void ore miners and void resource miners here, and we have literally anything and everything available to us in these in this ME system that's here. And this is shared by all of the simpletons on this server. So this stuff was this hex has been being worked on by Bossy Bear. So he's done a fantastic job with it. He might have had help from somebody else, but I do know that Bossy Bear has been mostly the one that's done all the work here. I haven't seen him online in a while, so hopefully they're still coming in here and doing things. But he set up this simple system here with the inscribers. We have all of the plates for the inscribers. So this one does the silicon. Here, so you do your silicon. This one does your gold, your diamonds, and your charged Certus quartz, and this one puts them all together into the various chipsets that we need. So no point in building all this. We already have this. It's available to everyone to use. So that's the whole point of this server, is that all the simpletons work together. We do our own thing, but we share resources. Like in here, in the farm hexes, where we have all the different chickens that do all that stuff. Petunia Gal's been working on the actual food farms, stuff like that, and all those resources are shared by everybody. We also have the tree farm over in the farm hexes as well, the 99 blocks put together, and he just recently did a bit of an upgrade to the tree farm there. So check out his video on that. Check out all the Simpletons videos. So let's head back home, and we're going to get started with the pieces that we need to finish our ME system, or at least get a base system up and operational. So first thing that we're going to need is a controller. So let's take a look at the recipe for that. Controller. I spell it rightly. It's okay. ME controller. So this is 4 skystone blocks, 4 pure fluix crystals, and an engineering processor. Now the skystone, I had to fly around and find a hex that nobody is building in that had a meteorite and get some of the stones. So I dug up a stack of skystone out there about 313 meters away. There's one out there, and then you take the skystone and you put it in the furnace so that we get our skystone blocks. I put 4 pure fluix crystals and an engineering processor. So let's come over here. We got our controller. Toss that in there. We have our ME controller. All right, one thing down. Next thing I want to do is the drive, which is this here, the ME drive, and that is 4 iron, 2 engineering processors, and 2 ME glass cables. We've made those in the past, just like in the last episode, but we can take a look at the recipe of that as well. That is just quartz fiber and 2 flux crystals, and quartz fiber is Certus quartz dust or nether quartz dust and glass. So let's go ahead and grab everything we need from here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and toss this together real quick. There's our ME drive. All right, next thing that I want to do is make some 1K storage disks. Now I'm only going to be using 1K at the moment. I think they're more than enough. Again, because we share everything, most of what we need is there in the tech hex or whatever. It's just the random chests full of stuff that we have around here that we want to put in the system. But I'm also going to be hooking up these drawers to the system as well. So anything that's already in storage drawers, we don't need to include in the system. So that'll save us some space. So let's take a look. First of all, let's come in here, and we want 1K. And we're going to come here and we're going to make 1K storage components. We need those first. That's fluid components. And then we're going to be making them into storage cells. So if we look at the storage cell, that's what it's made up of. But we need to start off with the storage component, which is 4 redstone, 4 Certus quartz, and a logic processor. So I've got all of that stuff here. So let me go ahead and grab those. And I'm going to go ahead and grab this for the actual drives themselves. So if we come back in here, storage components, we've got 8 of those. And then we're going to come into here. Come down here, we're going to move these in there, and then we got our 8 drives. And these don't stack up. That's fine. All right, so we got that. Next thing I need is a crafting terminal. Crafting, and why is my caps on? Crafting terminal. So this is a little bit of a rabbit hole. So this is made up of an ME terminal, a crafting table, and a calculation processor. Crafting table we know how to make. Calculation processor I've already made. That's the pure Certus quartz with redstone and silicon to make that over there in the tech base. So if we come into the ME terminal, the first thing we're going to need is this illuminated panel. And that is 3 quartz glass, 2 glowstone, redstone, and an iron ingot. So I've got that here. So we got the 3 glass, 2 glowstone, 1 redstone, and an iron ingot. So let's come in here. Select that, and that will give us 3 of them. We only need 1. Let's go ahead and set that aside. And let's come back into our crafting terminal. So we're going to make it into an ME terminal first. That's a logic processor, a formation core, and an annihilation core. Okay, so the formation core is Certus quartz, flux dust, which is a flux crystal in the crusher or whatever it is over there, and a logic processor, which is gold plus the redstone and silicon in the press over in the tech base. So, and that'll give us 2 formation cores. So we have Certus quartz, flux dust, and a logic processor. So let's go ahead and do that. And that's going to give us 2 formation cores. All right, now back in here, next we need the annihilation core, which is nether quartz, flux dust, and a logic processor. So, same thing. So, come back in here. nether quartz, fluix dust, and a logic processor. This will give us our annihilation core. And then finally, we combine those together. Oh, I need the logic processor, which I have here. And let's go ahead and get that built. So we have our ME terminal. And then we're going to combine that with our calculation processor and our crafting table. And that's going to give us our ME crafting terminal. Okay. Let me sleep real quick and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so the next thing I want to make is a storage bus. So let's take a look at that. Come in here. Storage bus. And we want the ME storage bus, not the fluid one. And that is a sticky piston, a regular piston, and an ME interface. Okay, so let's look at the ME interface. That is 4 iron ingots, 2 glass, an annihilation core, and a formation core. Thankfully, we got extras of those cores. They're actually right here. So, what was it? Again, we needed the interface. Okay, 4 iron and 2 glass. I made up a whole bunch of glass because I wanted the glass cables and other things. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 iron. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and put that piece together. There's our interface. And then what else we need? We need a sticky piston and a regular piston. Alright, that's just vanilla stuff, so we can do that. So let me go ahead and grab a slime ball for the sticky piston. I'll need 2 iron, 2 redstone, and then we need 8 cobblestone. And then we're going to need 6 planks. Okay. Do this real quick. Turn on these into the sticky piston. There we go. And this is how that was. And there's our storage bus. All right, that should be everything that we need. So let me sit in here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put these extra illuminated panels in here. I want to grab these glass cables. And let's head downstairs and let's set this up, and hopefully I don't know whether that chunk is loaded over there or not. So we might not be getting any power. We will find out though in a moment. Because what I think I will do is I'm going to take the controller and we're going to set it on top of this. It lights up. We got power. Fantastic. All right, so let's do this. I'm going to put down the disk drive. Get my crafting terminal and a cable. So let's go ahead and put a cable here. And put our crafting terminal on that. There we go. Beautiful. Okay, we have no drives in there yet, but that's easy enough to take care of. Oh, you can put 10 in there. I thought it was 8. Okay, I'll make a couple more a little later on. So that should be working. Let's just go ahead and test it out real quick. I'll put that in there. There we go. Come back in. Yep. The ME system is operational. So the next thing I want to do is let's go ahead and put this storage bus in. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to attach this to the back of that. And I want to set the priority of this to something like 10. Now you want to set the priority higher on these storage buses, and the reason for that is that you want any wood items that we throw in to come into here and not into the actual ME system. So the higher the priority means that it's going to come into here first before it goes into any drive in the ME system. So let's go ahead and put these glass cables in. You jump up here. And I'm just going to come straight across like this. Move this torch to the other side. And I'm probably just going to kind of fill this area in anyways, but for the time being. And there we go. We should be able to come in here now, and there we go. There's all our wood, our leaves, our saplings, everything is now visible in our ME system here. Fantastic. And none of that is taking up any of this hard drive space. All right, so let me clean up my inventory real quick, and I'll be right back with you. All right, so let's take a look at how we can move this stuff real quick. Now, in my iron backpack here, I have these diamond chest transporters. Let me go ahead and pull those out of there. And these will, of course, pick up the chests. But I want to figure out which ones I want to move first of all. Like these ones that are filled with food, I'm probably not going to move right away. I got to kind of figure out what I want to do with some of this stuff. I definitely don't want to put any of the gems in the system because I'm going to be doing a system for grading the gems probably in the near future. So that we can get some decent equipment out of this. I'm just barely learning how to do that, watching 99 Blocks and Lady Random go through and do some of their grading and whatnot, and so I got to figure that out for myself. So this one here, I'm going to go ahead and grab these two. So let me grab that side, grab that side. So let me go ahead and open this up. This was actually the right and left. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to be dumping all this in there. And the reason I'm putting it in the iron backpack is, well, now I don't have any encumbrance. So let's take a look at this one here. Let's go ahead and we can grab this one. The amber comes from Thaumcraft. So let me go ahead and grab this one. Left, right, left, right. All right. And then let's head downstairs. And let's go ahead and put one of these chests out. Left, right. Open this up and we can just start grabbing the items out of here. Let me get this out of my way. And then we'll just come over here and we'll just toss all this stuff into the system. One chest down. All right. So let's go ahead and grab the other two out of here. stuff moved in there. And the last of it. Just like that. And there we go. Everything is in our ME system. We can sort it. And we want to JEI synchronized auto, I think, is what we want. So anything we look up in here should match up in there. So let's try chest. So yeah, if we look up chest in here, it'll show us in the JEI as well. All right, well, that's it for this episode. I know it's kind of short, but that's what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to get this AE system or ME system up and running. Between episodes, I'm probably going to be moving down all the storage drawers. We can use the chest transporters with those as well. Get them down here. I'm going to have to make another storage bus and connect that to the line as well, so that we can access all of our stuff that's in all the drawers that we have up there, such as all of our metals and the other stuff that we got from the trees and whatnot. Because we don't want all that going in the system and clogging up our system. It just doesn't make sense to do that. If they're already in a drawer, they're already sorted. It works perfectly fine that way. So until next time, this is Desert Rat. Have a good one. Goodbye.